Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, so we took a day off, but we're back on track here, aiming between the holiday days and such like that. So, let's get back to it. Alright, so first thing I'm going to look at is, of course, the maze. Alright, we're starting to wind down here on the maze. We got like 3.5 days left. No sign of a limited path individual yet. If it does pop up, I would guess it would show up tomorrow, so it would be like a Christmas Eve, Christmas Day thing. That's going to determine when I'm going to do my run through the maze. See, I could do it either Christmas Day or the day after Christmas. If there's a limited path one, I would obviously probably tend towards Christmas Day. So we're going to have to see. I'll do it one of those days. Because we're going to be doing Christmas Eve is when we're going to be doing Christmas. So Christmas Day is kind of open up. At least in the afternoon, not really in the morning. Gotta drive home first, right? And you can see I got 11,271 coins so far. I'll probably get some more. Don't expect to see another coins dungeon, but you never know. We might get a Christmas present. Who knows? Don't really know. Anyway, I haven't done anything with this yet, except, of course, I think that one move I did to get a vase that wasn't very useful to me anyway, because I ended up getting a ton of the vases. Just not the tokens, right? So anyway, after that, I do believe, well, let's face it, we're getting a race after that, right? We know we're getting a race. I think Shadow Moon is the guy's name. Anyway, so that's with that. Let me think. What else was there? Okay, also there is, Monsterwood is doing relics for a couple of days. I think it's a couple of days. So I hadn't have any success in that at all. Bronze, money, I think I got 1 silver. So that's the way that's going. In terms of this over here, the legendary overlords, I'm up to 180. I need 100 to get to 280, which will get me a rank 8 rune and, of course, some pieces there. So I need a non-breedable legendary and a breedable legendary. So I think I got that covered here. I got a Tempest in there, and I got an Arch Knight in there. So I think that's the 100 that's going to get me over the top. So I'll get that other chest, and hopefully it'll be a nice speed or a damage, which does remind me I do have the first chest. And this is going to be a speed or a damage. Okay, it was a speed. I'll take it. Absolutely. I'll always take speed. Speed is a great thing. Alright, so I think that's most everything, except, of course, for the big item. Right, the Magic Warmaster has been released. And, I was actually getting a little like, okay, was he not over here? I don't see it over here. It's not there, so maybe if I go and I look, yeah, and actually I did find it. Where was it? Heroic Dungeon. You see he's over there. All right, yeah, not him, of course, not him. Him, and it has a little try thing. I haven't clicked on the try thing. I saw it, and I was going, oh, okay, that's what we're supposed to do. All right, so I'll just go in and I'll try it. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, that's weird. That's very weird. Okay, usually you have a button here, but anyway. So this is the Warmaster Sherezar, okay? He's tough, it gives true wisdom, okay, true vision at the beginning. Okay, so what is it? We have status effects have a 35% chance of being less, okay, so that means he's tough. He's tough. Okay, his area trait, true vision. Okay, what does that mean? Doesn't say. Okay, status caster, cooldowns protection. Alright, so he gives protection against cooldown. Okay, well, that's actually kind of powerful, really. Considering how many are actually now resetting cooldowns now, and I know how much I like to do it, right? Alright, well, I don't know what this true vision is, so why don't we look at them and maybe we'll be able to figure it out. Alright, so what do we have here? I'm guessing the true vision is going to be on there. Cooldown protection, okay. Cooldowns cannot be activated by other skills. Okay, precision doubled. Oh, right. It kind of means they're just always going to hit no matter what happens to them. I don't know what that works in terms of total blind, though. All right, did I have anybody over here who gives total blind? No, they don't. Okay, that's a kind of a tough crew. I mean, is it really a good idea to test your new Warmaster by putting Elvira in there? Okay, well, let's just see how this goes on. I see that she seems to have a full thing here of skills. That's kind of unusual, but I'm guessing I'm just going to go with this one, right? Okay, deals massive earth damage to one enemy, applies nanovirus and quicksand. Well, you know, that's kind of useless at the moment because they all have evasion on, don't they? All right, you don't have anything here that'll actually do it. Disables trait on all enemies. Yeah, but you won't hit them, right? I mean, the trait basically just gave them the buff. The trait is no longer active for that, right? Removes positive status effects from all enemies. That's what I wanted. Okay, that's all you need to stop Elvira, right? Alright, so now let's look at this guy. This guy is the guy we're here to see. Okay, Great Dispel. Removes all effects from all monsters. Gives one extra turn to itself. Wow. That has no stamina. Okay, 2-round cooldown, but still, wow, that's kind of amazing. There's no reason I'd want to do that right now, because I'd only hurt myself because I would be taking away protection from my own guys. All right, so, but that's a good skill. That's definitely a good skill, especially if you can go before an Elvira. That would really help a lot. All right, Grandmaster Scroll. Activates all cooldowns on all enemies. Okay, so in other words, you give protection, and you can still do it to them. I like that. That works out fine for me. Like I said, I like using that one. Just don't face yourself, because otherwise it's a dead skill, right? All right, and then we have Random Spellbook. Deals low magic damage to all enemies, applies a random torture skill and a random control skill to all enemies. Applies a random positive effect to all enemies, to all allies, pardon me. Okay, that's a 4-round cooldown on that. I mean, that's very powerful, but it's also very kind of random. We might just do that one just to see what happens. And then we have Protective Spell. Removes all negative status effects from one ally. Applies a random positive status effect to one ally. Protects positive status effects on one ally. Okay, so in other words, it's going to remove all the negative status effects, going to give them some kind of positive buff, which could be anything, right? Could be immunity from daze, I don't know. And protects them, in other words, it makes it so they can't be removed. I wouldn't choose that one. I wouldn't choose that one because, you know, that one just, if it did it for the whole party, yeah. But if it just does it for one individual, I consider it a waste of one of the 4 precious slots, you know? Okay, some of these I like. I like this one here. This is very, very useful here, especially with the extra turn, and you can use it anytime you want, right? I like this one, of course, but there's a lot of creatures who actually have that one, but that's kind of useful. This one's good. I'd like to actually use this one, but I do want to see what this is. 3 Wishes. Removes negative status effects from all allies, okay? Gives 100% life and stamina to all allies. Okay, that would be a waste to do right now. Removes positive status effects from all enemies. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies. Deactivates cooldowns on allies. Is that allies? I can't see. It's too big! I think it says allies. I hope I didn't hit my head on the mic. I'd like to try this one. I'd like to try this one. Okay, so she's frozen, he's possessed. Special weakness. He's bleeding, poisoned. Okay, that's kind of ugly. But I have a fix for that. Yeah, I do. Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't he have that? He has true vision, which should mean he can't miss, right? I mean, he can't miss. Let's put that to the test. Oh, I gotta make sure I get the right one, right? Bloodthirsty, right? So he shouldn't be able to miss. Right, so they should all just be destroyed by this. And they were destroyed by that. Okay. In terms of him, I mean, he had three pretty good skills there. Pretty good skills. The special is very good. I wouldn't start a fight with that one. You do that one later in a fight, I think. The last one I'd want to find a replacement for because I just don't like that one. I'm sure he probably has something that's kind of good. I don't see him as being as powerful as Elvira, but you know, he can just fix Elvira. In fact, this one over here actually took care of the Elvira problem, really, with the removing of the positive status effects. All you'd need is somebody to go really fast and do that. I mean, I think Kokora can do that. I could be mistaken by that. So if you have a really fast Kokora, I think he can remove positive status effects. I might be wrong about that. But if you had somebody really fast who could do that, just take the evasion off, and then all of a sudden the problem is fixed, right? I mean, she's still very powerful. You know, she does a lot of damage. I think she can do healing too, right? So, you know, that's the thing about it is, I would have to see his other skills, though, to get a better idea of whether or not I wanted to go with him or not. You know, the irony is that this is probably the easiest one for me to get. The reason I say that is because it's all a matter of the second tier, right? Let's just step in for a second. See, as I understand it, well, you can just see it right here. Floor 1, you just need darkness, right? Floor 2, you need ranked up darkness. In other words, every darkness individual you have to do has to be ranked up at least once, right? And you have to complete that floor in order to be able to put them together, because you got 40 and you got 60, so you need 100, right? So the thing about it is, you would actually need to have, say, a real team. See, I don't know how much denial is going to be necessary for something like this. But I do have two forms of denial that are ranked up. I have Nishan's Pet, who's actually 110. And, of course, I have Krampus, who freezes. So I got Possession and I got Freezing. And in terms of damage, well, I have Barbados. So if nothing else, I have him, right? I can use him. Actually, that could be a team that I would use. The problem is that I don't really have any, for magic, I don't really have any denial other than, like, I think Gretchen? Gretchen is the closest thing I have to denial. And the problem I have in light is that I actually do have two speedsters. I have Demise and I have Cloud. The problem is I don't really have anybody who can do damage who's ranked up. So that's, I know people saying, why don't I just go crazy breeding Arch Knights? But you know, is that really a damage dealer? I mean, he does single target really hard, but I mean, is that going to save your life? You know, if I had a rank up for like Bella Bao, that would definitely help, but I don't have that. So it's a matter of what I can do. Now, magic? It would depend. Do I need denial? Because I really have some powerful individuals in that department. I can't really look at that until we go into like the PvP. Maybe we'll take a second and look at that in PvP. But yeah, that's the problem. You know, whether or not, I know if you go and you do the second floor right now of the Magic Warmaster, you'll get like a 10 speed. It's just that I don't think I could actually do it. I haven't seen those dungeons. So, you know, I did a couple of the fire one and the darkness ones, so I have a couple of their cells. But I don't know what the second dungeon looks like. Do you need denial for those? You know, I would think they would start to get rather difficult towards the end. I mean, if I had like a rank up of, say, Al K9, well, then I think I'd be set then. But I don't have that. So he's not ranked up. So I would need somebody who can actually fill that role. Yeah, I mean, I can have Demise go fast, I can have Cloud go fast, but the problem is I don't have anybody who can benefit from that. I don't have a ranked up light big damage dealer. I got plenty in Magic. It's just that I don't have the denial. I don't have the speedy denial. That's what I'm talking about. We'll look at. I'll show you what I'm talking about once we get into PvP. It's easier to see it that way. All right, I think that's about it. So why don't we just go into war? All right, we took a little break. I think we kind of lost the last one. You know, the one thing about the next war, though, one way or another, I'm going to be able to open up a VIP chest. Because you can see I'm at 1990 in terms of the medallions here. So whether we win or lose the next war, I'm going to get 10, right? So I'm going to be able to open up that one, and I probably will do that in the next video, because why not? I would really, there's one I would really love to get. I wouldn't mind ranking up Nox. I don't know if you can do that with a VIP. Can you substitute Elementium or Darkness Cells for that? I don't know if it allows you to do that or not. But I know there's a certain Thunder Lady I would really love to get. Just saying. Alright, so let's go into the war right now. Of course, we have a combo now that doesn't have epics in it. So I'm glad that that is not happening that week of heck that we were supposed to get. I'm guessing it was like a typo, or maybe somebody rethought it or something like that. Anyway, we do seem to be doing good here, and we have the exact same number of attacks, and we're leading by, what is that, 21? All right, so I will attempt to expand upon that. All right, our combo is better for me now. It's thunder, fire, and fire. 6 months ago, this would have been a bigger problem for me. But since I've gotten 2 individuals who are going to help me with this. All right, so let's see what we have. Oh, Nyabuki, let's not do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a terrible idea. Let's just move up a bit here. Okay, what do we have over here? We might be able to do something with that. We just might. It depends on the speed there. I'm a little concerned. But, yeah, this is the thing. So, Voldemort gives me actual denial in Thunder. So, should I use both of those guys? This is like my you all die situation right here. Because, you know, Stan goes a little bit faster. He puts the fire cursed on. And then, of course, Mordred comes by and then burns them all into pieces. Question. You are 5979. You are not as fast. Not as fast. Not as fast. You're immune to blindness. You're immune to, I think you're tough. You're tough. All right, so that would be a problem. Okay, well, let's hope if she does go, she just disables our traits. She seems to do that every once in a while, which is the reason if I had her, I just wouldn't put her on defense. Because, I mean, she just seems to disable traits, which doesn't do anything the first time. Okay, let's go for the double stuns here. You did not just miss them! Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really do anything right now. That's the reason that I would not put her on defense. I can't believe he missed both of them. They didn't resist. They don't have any damage. He missed. That is just so annoying. That is really annoying. Okay, luckily they are all weak. Okay, dude, can you just take care of this for me? Thank you. Please don't miss. Okay, the would-be Prince of Darkness did not miss. Okay, so yeah, those 2 guys together are a killer combo. They really are. And of course, Stan is a little bit faster. He's giving support on damage, he's giving support on speed. So those 2 guys together, they work well. All right, so that worked out good. My next team isn't quite as good, so I'm going to be very careful about who I select. And Gersis, absolutely no. That could work. Dangerous, but it could definitely work. Let's just go in here. All right. So the other individual who made this possible for me, of course, is Seti. All right. Not as great with the speed. I should probably see if I can do something about that. But of course, he is a very rare fire denial. I think among fire creatures, there may not be any others, you know, unless of course you go up into like, you know, bigger guys, right? All right, and in terms of here, obviously we're just going to go full on, right? Now, I think we're going to have to, yeah, we're going to go with Bones. We're going to get Bones in there. He's third string now. He's third string. I don't think there's a speed problem here at all. What do you got? Yeah, 3,500, not a problem. Maybe she'll blow herself up. I understand that she does that. It's kind of the reason why I haven't taken the situation of actually hatching her. I'd have to craft the egg first, right? There are other ladies I'd rather have awake, thank you. All right, so let's see. All right, so we're going to go with stun here. Oh, wait a minute. What is she? Well, you know what? I don't have a choice at this point. So even if she's immune to... I think that's the orc one where they have like a 30% resistance. It's not all the way to tough, but I think it's the 30%. 25 or 30%, something like that. Okay, well, I think she resisted that. Hold it a minute. I think that's what that is. Yeah, 25%, 20%. All right, well, she resisted that. That's fine. The thing about it is she may not be alive by then anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. I really, really need to kill you in the front, though. Yeah, you need to die. Right, definitely death. Lots and lots of death. All right, come on. Die, die, die. All right, I am going to spread this over to the inheritor now because I also want him to die. I'm hoping she blows herself up. I think that would be quite humorous. I don't think it's... I think she just dies from her attacks or has a chance to die from her attack. But I'd rather not give her the option, you know? Actually, hold on a second. Are you just dead? Okay, that worked out pretty good. And, charge. Okay, Bones. Chow. Okay, that worked out very well. Like I said, like 6 months ago, I would not have liked that combo. But those two new individuals I have, especially because one thing is apparently this team was not really generally ready for this combo either. If you notice, like, for instance, there's not a lot of speed there. You know, not a lot of speed. Obviously, this guy's got a lot of health, so, yeah. I mean, the thing about it is if I brought the magic combo in, I might be able to deal with it. But we do seem to have a good lead, so that's not bad at all. All right, let's go on in. And you can see my trophy count is a little large, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the team, so like I said, I'm just going to let it roll until it becomes a problem, right? Because I don't want the teams too easy, right? I don't want the teams too easy. All right, so what I'm going to do for a second here is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to talk about what I was talking about before. All right, let's, this is the easiest place to see this, right? Let's do legendary and then let's first look at magic. Now, understand something, Ghidorah is ranked up once and he's sitting right over there, so he's not counted in this conversation. All right, in the second dungeon, the only ones I could use are ones that are ranked up. So everyone up to there, right? So the closest thing I have to denial or speediness would be Gretchen. Outside of that, I have damage dealers. No question about that. I have damage dealers. I mean, if I put a bunch of speed on Cassandra, yeah, but I mean, it would only be temporary, I suppose. Maybe I could do that because she does. Once upon a time, of course, Bowser would have been able to help, but now he's got a 50% stun. So I don't know if I could make it through the magic dungeon. Remember, Ghidorah is here too. So I mean, I have a lot of damage. If you look at Pinky, you look at Shannara's bodyguard, you look at Christy, and then you throw Ghidorah in, there's a lot of damage in there. Speed, she's my fastest. So I don't know what the dungeon looks like. Do I need speedy denial? You know. And now if you look over at light, now you got Demise and Cloud. Either one of them is very good for getting the advantage. Usually you use somebody who's going to do stunning or someone's going to do a lot of damage. The problem is that nobody really falls into that category. I mean, he does damage, but it's single target. Now, if he was ranked up, that'd be okay, because then you could do lots of stuff there. If he was ranked up, then I have no problem. I'd be doing it already as soon as she popped up next time, right? Yeah, that's the problem. My most complete package is actually over here. Whereas I have Fido here who can do the possessions, and then I have Krampus who can do freezing, and then of course for damage, you know, I have Simon over there. So that would be a team that I could use. So the Necromancer would actually be the easiest one for me to get, I think. I've even done a couple of him already. So Fire, yeah, Fire is another one that's a bit of a problem. I mean, like I just said, I got one guy who's a denial, and he's just, you know, level 100. I'm not really even sure. I mean, you could say I could probably do the Thunder one, but I don't think the Thunder one was somebody I'd be interested in doing, you know? Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing about it, is unless you can actually pull the trigger and do the second dungeon, why is there even a reason to use the heroic orbs, right? If you can get that rank up, though, that would be very good. Now, I'd probably say the one I could do the easiest would be the water one, because obviously I have great denial, and of course now, oh, that's right. I was thinking of stake, but stake isn't ranked up, so I would have a damage issue, wouldn't I? Yeah, that could, I mean, I could always, when the opportunity came up, I could feed up Teddy's pet. I think it's Teddy's pet, right? The damage dealer. But then that's only water damage, though. That one doesn't have any special damage. That would be really kind of hard. I don't know. All right, I'm not even going to look at it anymore. Let's just get on with our teams, right? I just wanted to show you what my dilemma is in terms of that. People saying, go do this one. Well, you know, can I do that one, you know? Anyway, let's get going because I got some teams here. Our first team was suggested by Fruity with a little smile after it. I think that's a little smile. And Fruity wanted to see, we're going to start over in light. A lady we were just checking out a moment ago, and that is going to be Dorothy. Next up, we're going to be going over to darkness, and it's going to be somebody incredibly powerful, like really, just amazingly, okay, really, just amazing. Wow, the power is just, wow, just like, damn. There we go. No, it's going to be, yeah, no, it's not going to be him. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be Spanky. Okay, and finally, we have hopefully our major damage dealer here. This is going to be, yeah, Fido. We're in trouble. Okay, so let's see what we can get away with here, right? All right, we have, basically our denial is possession. She's immune to possession. I think that the Brynhilda, I think she's immune to possession, isn't she? I think that's her thing. That rings in my head. Mr. Scratch, I'd be willing to bet that he's immune to possession. I don't know that, but I'd be willing to bet it. Up the middle, we have a general. That could be a problem. Metalisha, I think she's 20%. I don't think we can be. You know what? We're going to do it, and we're probably going to lose. Oh, okay. Come fight my guys. Oh, there's all. Oh, we're just dead. We're just dead. Look at all the speed. We're just dead. Really? That's all you got? Okay. What can you do? I think you can kill one of them. All right. Souls Arise. That one, I don't want to do that one. As like I said, I think he can. We can't actually pull the trigger, but he can get the possession down, right? Moderate damage applies 2 negative effects. That could be useful. Yeah, this one. No, we're not doing that. No, we're very much not doing that. I got to do something about the him up there. But I'm going to be trying to possess, ain't I? Who am I most concerned with? Let's try to get rid of the Varuna. Okay, days. Not what I would have wanted there. All right. I don't suppose you guys want to work for me? Okay, yeah, I figure. Okay, that's a bad. Oh, this is not going to work out well, is it? Yep, not going to work out good at all. Oh, who dies? That makes sense. And she's frozen, and he's frozen, and now we're going to die. Yep. Okay, you know she was already dead, right? She had like nothing left, and I guess it didn't really matter too much, right? All right, let's see. Possession. Who's going next? Well, you know what? Maybe we can turn something here, right? Okay, you had Fiery Solo. And you have that. And I'm dead. Okay. The team was a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. But to be fair, we had Spanky. Alrighty, okay. The numbers are starting to go up a little bit. I mean, looking the left here, we have a Temerian and 2 epics. I wouldn't fight that one anyway, but... Okay, so maybe I should put the uncommons in for a while there. We'll see, we'll see. All right, so let's go with team number 2. Team number 2 was suggested by Narula Haydarov. I hope I said that right. And Narula wanted to see real damage. Darkness with real damage. We're talking big time damage here. And next we're going with... Alright, we're going to have a Cloud in there. And then finally, the one thing we are kind of missing here is a little bit of speedy denial. And that's going to be Thomas. Alright, but we do have damage and we do have stunning and blinding if we get the opportunity to do it. So let's see what we have to do. And as I said, I'm not doing that one. It's got a Temerian in it. That's just a really bad idea. Up the middle looks like a bad idea too. Yeah, Dungeon Master. Just how much speed is it going to have? Well, the thing about it is I think we need to get lucky here. So I'm going to roll again. Lucky being there's no denial, you know, that kind of thing. But I'm not seeing that right now. All right, one more try, one more try. Okay, well, I think well, they're high level, but, you know, at least we get the opportunity, right? I'm looking on the left. I mean, they're strong and such, but there's no actual denial there. Except for Shannara, she can actually stun. And I'm certainly not doing the team on the right. And the one up the middle looks like a really bad idea. All right, let's just see what we can come up with here. If we get the opportunity to act. They have no speed at all. All right, so that means that Tempest is a speed demon here, right? Okay, they're immune to blindness, so we're going to go right for the stuns. If we can stun them, I think we have the opportunity to actually... Just please don't miss. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Okay, that was rude. All right, let's think about this for a moment. Should I be doing... this one to get them all bleeding, and then let Simon finish them off? That's probably it. I really kind of need them all dead. Okay, all of a sudden we can hit everybody. Simon, are you watching? Yeah, hopefully you're watching, right? Hitting everybody is a really good thing. Just saying. Okay, so let's do this, and you're not going to miss anybody? Excellent. That's what I call teamwork. Team players, and we get some coins. All right, and... oh, wrong key. Okay, that might be useful someday. All right, let's go back in. Let's have a quick look around. Okay, we have options here. We have options. Depends on what we got coming up. All right, our next team was suggested by Game Changer ML. And actually, I was given an option for each of the 3 spots. It was like this one or this one, this one or this one, that kind of thing. So it was kind of like a pick your own adventure, right? All right, so the first spot, I believe it was between multiple mountains. And of course, if given the option, I will choose Agarsis, of course, because of his wonderful name. I believe that Alp was the other option. All right, this one is just a no-brainer. As soon as I saw this, I'm going, hey, do you expect me to choose anybody else? Seriously? Really? Somebody else? Why even have an option? I understand that, though. I mean, I might have been using Big Al for another team. That's true. I mean, that's what I say. That's the reason I like options, is because there may be somebody who's already being used already. So anyway, we got Big Al. The final one is, we got a pretty strong team here, depending on our opponents. But we definitely have a strong... oh, well, I went too far, didn't I? Where is... Mordred. Yeah, fire. I'm pretty good with fire. I just don't have any denial that I could use in a ranked... They're ranked up, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so we got a pretty good team here. Let's look around. Just say no to Temerians. Well, we could probably do this team on the right. The one up the middle, I don't think so. We'll do the team on the right and see how that works out. All right, lacking of speed, but there's definitely damage and some stuff in there. All right, let's go. All right, I'm going to give you guys an unpaid loan. Okay, you guys got any 0 cooldowns? Oh, unless that. Ouch. Okay, well, that's a problem. Fortunately, he already did his job, so, yeah, what am I going to do here? Actually, maybe something like that. And maybe add in a little quicksand. Okay, the thing is, he is going to hit somebody. I was really hoping you wouldn't hit him. Just saying. All right, I just need you alive. So, good, there you go. We won. It doesn't matter how many lived in the end, as long as our guys were the only ones standing, right? All right, and spin. Okie dokie. All right, so I need to pop out for a moment here. I'm gonna grab this, do that, and we're going back in. All right, yeah, I may have to put the uncommons in for a while. Most of them are pretty much okay, but, you know, for those teams that really don't have any denial or something like that, we might have some problems. And no, I'm not fighting that team on the left. That sounds like a terrible idea. All right, our final team today was actually suggested by one of my co-leads. And this is from That Hobo SMG4, also known as Mike. And he gave me a couple of teams, and I'm going with the first one. Okay, we're starting in Magic, and this is going to be... it's an all-Magic team, I believe. And actually, a couple of them are sitting right next to each other, weren't they? But the first one is down here, I believe, unless I missed that individual. Nope, there's Dodger. All right, the next two are actually sitting next to each other. So, switching over to Magic first, because otherwise it would be hard to find them. The first one, of course, is going to be Willie. And the last one is going to be Ivan. Okay, so we got an all-Magic team, and we got some messy stuff here. So let's find someone to beat up on. We could try. I mean, I'm thinking, do we want to even try that team on the left? See, it really depends. I mean, Dodger's pretty fast. So would they put a lot of speed on the Prince Charmless? Because otherwise, if I get the cooldown on him, he's pretty much going to be sitting there doing nothing, unless, of course, his special props, right? That's a risk. The other two are strong denial, but I don't know if they'd have the same kind of speed that Dodger would have. All right, well, you know what? We're going to risk it. We're going to risk it. If they have a lot of speed, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Yep. We're in a lot of trouble. Actually, I think they're both going first. No, actually, just a Krampus. I'm surprised it was a Krampus. But it doesn't matter. We're all dead. Doesn't matter. We're all dead. Okay, sorry about that. I gambled. I lost. Because the Charmless is going to kill everybody now. Yep, he's just going to kill everybody. Well, at least it was quick, right? All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I gambled and I lost. Sorry about that. It wasn't the team, it was the choice of opponents. Okay, so anyway, I think that's going to be it. By the way, the testing video. I was going to put it up yesterday, but what happened was while I started recording it and the emulator crashed again. And I got frustrated. I went out to the Reddit, and I found that everybody's having that problem with the latest version of Nox. So they suggested going back to the version I was using, and I still had the file for that. So I am currently on the old version, which was rock solid and stable. I've actually already recorded the testing video. That's going to be up tomorrow. It actually worked out for the best, because I was going to use the Sentinel, and I wasn't really happy with that. But then again, I did a testing video of somebody else, and she was in there instead. So I prefer that group of 3 more than what I was going to do. So it worked out for the best. That will be up tomorrow. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.